to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Right now it's 56 degrees, going up to a lovely 75, so that's going to be beautiful. Hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. I did. I had a great time. Let me tell y'all, so sometimes I get really adventurous, right? And I want to spend like the days doing all these amazing things. So I had a full weekend. I had a weekend full of, let me see, what did we do? We went to, first we went to, Friday night we went to dinner, which we always do that. That's our Friday night thing. My husband and I, we go to dinner. Then on Saturday, I decided that I wanted to go to the comic book show. The free comic book giveaway downtown Lawrenceville. So we did that. Went to the free comic book giveaway downtown Lawrenceville. So took my granddaughter to that. So it was just the two of us. We hung out for a little while. And she was so good, y'all. It's so funny because I haven't really hung out with a kid in a very long time. So it's a little bit, sometimes I'm a little bit nervous that, because I'm not as young and spry as I used to be. And so the baby is full of energy, but she was so good and she's so smart anyway. So we went to the comic book store and I walked her around and she saw all the comic books. So she picked out one that she liked, like one book that I actually had to buy. But most of they had a whole section of free comic books at Galactica, which is pretty cool. So I wound up picking out, I think about 10 free comic books for her mom. So I said to her mother, you have a lot of books to read. But I picked out about 10, but they had a lot. They had probably about 100 different comic books there for you to choose from, which I thought was pretty cool. So you got to choose from so many, but of course people bought some too, because I took the baby in the store and she immediately went to a Wonder Woman book. Now for Halloween, she was Wonder Woman. And so she immediately went straight to Wonder Woman. So I bought her that one. I bought her some trading cards. And I bought her a, what's that thing called? Oh, Lord, Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol kit, some kind of kit for Paw Patrol, because she loved Paw Patrol. Her bedding in her room is Paw Patrol, and she wanted to see Sky, which is a little pink Paw Patrol girl. And she's like, I don't see Sky. So we put Sky together when we got back to the house. So that was really, really nice. So that was a nice event. From there, we went across the street to the courthouse where they had balloons and candy and snacks and tattoos. So I took over there to get a tattoo and a balloon because she wanted a balloon. And then after that, we went back home and we waited for we went to brunch. So she and I went to brunch. By that time, my daughter met up with us, so we had brunch. And then from there, we went back home because we had to go to the Derby. So in Duluth this past weekend, because the Kentucky Derby was taking place in Kentucky, Duluth had the Duluth Derby. And so I went out. So it was so crazy, y'all. So I said to my daughter, we got to get some hats for the Derby, And so on the way from dinner, the thrift shop was open in Lawrenceville. And I was like, is that open? So it said open. So I ran into the thrift shop. I said, you know what? Let me go in here and see if they got any hats in the thrift shop. When I got there, they had a whole table full of hats in the thrift shop. And it was so funny. And, cause listen, the thrift shop is cheap. I was like, I don't want to pay $25 for a hat that I'm going to just wear for like a couple of hours on Saturday. Cause I could have I had looked at Amazon, of course, because that's what I always look at first. And I saw the hat. I was like, yeah, $25 for this hat. I'm going to wear it like one, because I'm not a big hat person. I was like, I'm going to wear this hat. Because let me just say this. I went to Florida last year and I bought a hat because it was so freaking hot. And I was like, yeah, I need something on my head to block me from the sun. That hat cost me like $35 and I don't even know where it is. And I was like, yeah, I'm not about to buy a hat that I truly don't like. I did like that hat that I can't find. But this hat was like, if you ever seen the Derby hats, it's either the little hat that you put on the side of your head or one of them huge hats with like all the feathers and all this. Anyway, I was like, I'm not buying that. So I was like, let me run in the thrift store and see can I find hats for the Kentucky Derby. So as soon as I walked through the front door, to the right of me were like a whole table of just hats. And it was so funny because I picked up 3 brand new hats. Like, you could tell nobody had ever worn a hat. So the baby had a hat. I bought my husband a hat. I bought myself a hat. And I bought my daughter a hat. And then I wound up buying an extra hat because that hat was actually kind of cute. But it was brand new. And I was like, oh, man. So I took a picture. And I sent it to my daughter because, you know, they always think I'm crazy because I'm always trying to live outside the box. And so I sent the picture to my daughter and I said, I FaceTimed her on the phone. I said, because we had just left dinner. I FaceTimed her on the phone and I was like, which hat do you want? She goes, oh my God. So she said, I'll take the purple hat. So she took the purple hat, and so we all had our hats on. So my husband was like, did you get me one? I got him one. So everybody had a hat on. So I'm going to post a picture on the Good Morning Gwinnett website so you guys can see the picture. Because as soon as we got there, there was a company there called, and I want to give them a shout out because I thought this was pretty cool. It's called Star Pics Photo Booth, ATL.com. Star Pics Photo Booth, ATL.com. As soon as we got to Parsons Alley over in Duluth and we came across the street, there was a photo booth there and they took the picture for free. And I was like, because the reason I wanted to get the hat really was because I wanted to get a cute photo. And so they sent me the picture this morning. I'm going to post it on the website. So if you want to see what the picture looks like, give me about an hour or so. Give me until like 2 o'clock today so I can write a post about it and post a picture there so you can see it. But anyway, shout out to Star Pics Photo Booth, ATL.com for taking the picture. It's a cute picture. And I was like, this is really cool. So it took a good hot second. They took 2 pictures. I'm going to post them later on the website. So, yeah, if you want to listen, if you want to have a photo booth at your party or an event, I think this was pretty cool. It took a good hot second for them to shoot the picture and print the picture out. So we got a printed copy and she sent me a digital copy because I wanted to put it on the website. So that was really cool. So anyway, it was Derby Day in Duluth. And so we all had our derbies on, which is so funny. But it was so cold. That was the only problem. Because had it not been cold, it would have been a super duper event. Because they had like the big screen out so you can watch the actual derby itself. There was a lot of people out there. You know, they had horses. I'm going to post a picture of my baby. She was on the horse. Now, let me tell y'all something. My granddaughter is a piece of work. She's 3 years old. She's very demanding. Like, for real. Like, her mom is like, I don't know how I'm going to break her out of that. I said, I don't think you're ever going to really be able to break her out of that. She's extremely demanding. She wants what she wants, and she really plans on getting it. So we let her go to ride the horses. They had real horses the kids could ride. They had a really big horse, and then they had like a small horse, right? So they had 3 small horses, and they had a really big horse. But they had 2 of the small horses was kind of just sitting to the side. They weren't nobody was riding those. But they had 1 brown horse. It was like a real dark brown horse. They were riding him. And so my daughter, the baby rode the horse, right? She rode it. She was excited. Then my daughter took it down to the bouncy. She did that. She was excited about that. But when she came back, we went to go eat. She called me Gia. She said, Gia, I want to go ride the horse again. And I said, okay, wait, let's eat first. And so after we got finished eating, I said, okay, come on. So I took her back to ride the horse. So she wanted to ride the light brown horse, right? And they weren't really letting anybody ride the light brown horse, which that's the horse she wanted to ride. It's like, I want to ride that horse, right? So she told the lady, she said, I want to ride that horse. And the girl said, well, we're not riding that horse. She's like, I want to ride that horse. So the lady said, well, let her ride it. Well, she got to ride the horse. And it was hilarious. So the little boy behind her, he goes, I want to ride that. That's the horse I wanted to ride. So I don't know that she start like a whole, like, this is the horse we all want to ride or not. But I know she wanted to. And after she rode that horse, she was fine. I was like, that is amazing. So I went back and I told my daughter, I said, ooh, your baby is going to be a piece of work. She's like, I know. I said, yeah, she does not take no for an answer. She wants what she wants and she intends on getting it. So, but we had a beautiful time. It was a beautiful time. I just wish the weather had been a little bit warmer because it was so freaking cold. Like the wind was blowing. And but people had their derbies on. It was pretty cool. I had never done it before, but this is what we said we were going to do next year. Next year, we plan on being in Kentucky for the Derby. Yeah, so that's the plan for to be at the actual Kentucky Derby itself. So that's the plan. I don't know, that plan may change, but right now that's what we're talking about. All right, let me get on to the show. Today is Monday, May the 9th. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to Darren Jones. That's my cousin's dad, my childhood friend Gregory Gandy. Happy birthday. Hope you guys had wonderful birthdays. One was the 7th, one was the 8th. So hope you all have beautiful birthdays. Today is National Alphabet Magnet Day. I guess it's the alphabet you like put the magnets on your refrigerator. It's also National Homefront Heroes Day. It's National Women's Checkup Day. Listen, go get checked out, women. Don't play around with your health. That's all you got. It's National Butterscotch Brownie Day. Wow. So I don't know. I've never had a brownie with butterscotch. I don't like plain brownies at all. And I don't know if I would like one with butterscotch. I do like brownies with walnuts and pecans, but I don't know if I would like butterscotch. But anyway, if you like National Butterscotch Brownie Day, remember, it's probably a carbohydrate now. Just watch out for that. National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Yeah, so if you lost a sock, we're going to have a funeral for your sock. Okay. Yeah, we be saying stuff like the washing machine ate my sock or the dryer ate my sock. For some reason, when you put your socks in the washer and the dryer, a lot of times you lose one. We said a sock ate it. Oh, check this out. Check this out, y'all. National Moscato Day. Listen here. Listen. That's the only wine I drink, Moscato. If I do drink wine, it's some type of Moscato, because it's a light wine for me, and I'm a lightweight, so me and alcohol, we don't mix that well. National Moscato Day. Now here's the thing, people. I'm not telling you to go out there and just go crazy because it's National Moscato Day. If you drink enough of it, you're gonna get tipsy. Okay, so don't drink a lot, and definitely don't drink and drive. National Sleepover Day. Now here's the thing. Don't drink so much Moscato that you got to sleep over. I get it. It's National Sleepover Day. But watch your intake, okay? Okay. All right, let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thompson for today, Monday, May the 9th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Jealousy may get in the way of a good relationship. Be prepared to make changes to your personal documents. Your lover probably won't put up with your behavior. Yeah, so let's look at Aries. If you're acting crazy and jealous, they're probably going to not put up with that. You're messing up the relationship right out the gate because you acting like a nutcase. They don't want to put up that your jealousy and you acting crazy. Yeah, they're not going to put up with it today. So be mindful of how you're acting. Okay, in the meantime, be prepared to make changes to your personal documents and put your documents somewhere where you can find them. Okay. Taurus, family may not want to get involved, but an entrepreneur will. Okay. Be willing to listen, but don't be fooled. Take time. Do not make any decisions in haste. All right. So you got a venture going on that your family members may not want to get involved in, but an entrepreneur will. Now, here's what I would say. It is probably best, Taurus, for your family not to get involved. Because when you try to mix business with family and friends, that could turn out really, really bad. So in the meantime, entrepreneur might want to get involved. Now, here's what I will say about entrepreneurs. Real entrepreneurs are always entrepreneurs. Now, that being said, if the entrepreneur has their own thing going and you got something that you're trying to pull them into, just know, and I'm talking from experience, that your project is going to always come second to the entrepreneur if they have a project going. Now, if they don't have a project going and they have that entrepreneur mindset and they're looking for something, this may be a good way to get them involved. But if they have a venture already going and you want to pull them into your venture, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes and come over. But here's the problem with that. They won't give it 100% because they have their own thing going on. I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from both the entrepreneur who has pulled in another entrepreneur and me being an entrepreneur being pulled in somebody else's entrepreneur venture. It happens all the time. If that person is already in a situation in some type of business that they're trying to do, your business is not going to get 100% from them. It's just not going to happen because in the back of their mind, they want to do their own thing. But they're willing to help you, but they're going to put their stuff first always. It's just how it is. And so I know that because I've been on both sides of that. I've been that entrepreneur that another entrepreneur said, come and help me. And I said, okay, because I could. But when they needed more from me, I couldn't give it because I was like, yeah, I got to focus on my own stuff now. I mean, I'm trying to help you, but I got to focus. So, and then I've been that person where I have had an entrepreneur say, yeah, Audrey, I want to help you. And they do. But they don't give me everything they got because they have their own venture that they want to focus on. So I would say, it sounds good to get an entrepreneur involved, but just know, ask them where they are in their entrepreneur journey. Because if they're working on something, you're not going to get everything you need. So just be mindful of that. Gemini, be sure you get accurate information. Make changes regarding your financial friendships. Recognition will be yours if you meet your deadline. Okay. Listen, the Geminis that I know, and I know a few of them, they're always on time. I don't know, like, they're the people that are just, they're on time. They're going to cross all the T's, dot all the I's. My mom was a Gemini. And she was a stickler for everything correctness. She just was. Yep. So if she's going to meet a deadline, she's going to be on time. She's going to make sure all the paperwork is right. That's who she was. Let me tell y'all, this was let me take a breath for a second. This is the second Mother's Day that I did not get to share with my mom. It's bittersweet because I did have my daughter and my granddaughter, who I love to the end of this earth. But I miss my mom too. So every time holidays come up, I miss her because she loved holidays. Like, she loved holidays. And so even though she would say, don't buy me anything for Mother's Day, we were going to buy her something. And then her birthday is in a couple of weeks, so that's going to be another bittersweet journey. However, this time I'll be in Florida, so I'm sure I'll be so busy with Podfest that it's not that I won't think about her, but I won't have time to think about her. Like last night, I got really sentimental because my aunt posted a picture on Facebook, and I kind of avoided Facebook yesterday for that reason, because I know a lot of people knew my mother and loved her, and I knew somebody was going to post a picture. So my friend Angie, she posted the first picture, and she posted like a collage of her mom and her grandmother and her kid's grandmother, all the women that she had lost in her life, and one of our friends, and my mom was in that picture. And so I saw that and I liked it. And and that's as far as I went, because I knew that my brother or somebody was going to post a picture. And I just wasn't ready for it. Like, my granddaughter, my daughter was here. We had a good time. But last night, for some strange reason, I went on Facebook, and my aunt posted a triple whammy picture. It was a picture of my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother. And she posted all three of them together, and I was like, wow. It was a nice picture, though, because I got to meet my great-grandmother. Like, when she passed away, I was 10. I was either 9 or 10. So, and my grandmother passed away the year before she did. So, I got a chance to spend time with both of them. So, I consider myself blessed. And I got a chance to spend a lot of time with my mom. So, I consider myself blessed. But anyway, let's keep it going. Cancer, you will be able to communicate well today. You need to sit back and enjoy. You should want to feel good about yourself and your goals. Yeah, you should. Feel good about yourself. Listen, I woke up feeling amazing this morning. I really did. I wrote down what did I write down? I'm so excited about the future. That's what I wrote down. Yeah, I did, because I am. I really am. So listen, Cancer, get excited about what it is you're doing. Feel good about yourself and your goals. And if you don't feel good about your goals, then change them. That's the one thing about goals. They can be changed. Trust me, I just changed mine. And after I changed them, I felt like, ooh, that feels great. It's been feeling great ever since I changed them. So change your goals. If you're not feeling good about where you are or what you have planned, change it. That's the one thing about those things. They can be changed easily, very easily. Leo, changes in your residence will be favorable in the long haul. You will accomplish the most through orderly activities. Accept the inevitable. Listen here, Leo. There's something you can't change. So just accept it. It's inevitable. You can't change it. I know you want to fix it. You want to change it. You can't. So accept it. Accept that you cannot change it. Virgo, plan your day carefully. Someone close to you will get upset easily if you are insensitive to their needs. Not everyone will be pleased with your plans. Here's the thing. Maybe everybody won't be pleased with your plans, Virgo, but that's their business. If your plan is not hurting them or what they're doing, and they just don't like it, then they got to get over that. It's not, listen, that it's your plan, not their plan. They should get pleased with they should be pleased with their own plan. If they trying to make you feel sad about your plan, listen, get your own plan. Just say it nicely, though. Say it nicely. All right, I'm going to the song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies, and stay tuned.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't even care, no. just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. Wow. So where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done? Oh, this is what we do. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. Let's get down. We get down to the beat, y'all. Yeah, it's like I'm stuck in this mystic cloud, waiting for something I can't get out. And I don't even care, no, I don't even care anymore. It's like we're losing all track of time. I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. Wow. Yeah. Where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done? Where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done? We're starting all over. And let's get together now, so we can find a spark in the night. Yeah. Bring it down. Come on. Blow that. That's right. Through our hands.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Try not to judge too quickly. Insincere gestures of friendliness are likely to occur. Opportunities to get involved in self-improvement projects will be rewarding. Here's the thing, Libra. Try not to judge too quickly. Get the facts first, right? Find out more information. I know we're so quick to judge to be judgmental, but you just don't do that today. Stop for a second and think before you judge. Scorpio, dinner, theater, or a comedy club may be just the place. All right. Ideas may sound good, but be careful if people are just looking for handouts. Enjoy a quiet dinner for two and discuss some of your plans that you have for the future. Yeah, watch out for them snakes, Scorpio. It sounds like a good idea, right? And it may be a good idea, but do your due diligence first, because somebody may just be looking for a handout. If you feel like it's too good to be true, if your gut is saying then listen to your gut. Sagittarius, it's hard to stay mad if the object of your anger refuses to react. Your irritability may drive your loved ones crazy. Some situations may be blown out of proportion. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I always say you can't argue by yourself. And you can stay mad all you want, but when that person refuses to react, you're just walking around mad because they're like, whatever. I've been there before. I'm like, okay, you mad? Then get over it. If you don't get over it, that's on you. Why am I going to be upset because you're mad? I'm going to go on about my business. Because here's what happens, right? If I feel like someone has a problem with me, especially when I have no idea what it is, like you got something that you're harboring against me, I have no idea what it is. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you go ahead and deal with that. Because I have no idea. You haven't said anything to me. You're not talking to me. You're being stank. Then you be stank. That's on you. I don't have time to be blocking my blessings with your nonsense. I don't have a problem. I'm good. You got the problem? Then that's your problem. So right now, if you're angry, Sagittarius, just know you're angry by yourself. Because the other person don't even know what you're angry about. And they really don't care. So you walking around being angry, blocking your blessings for something the person don't even know what you're mad about. I'm just saying. Capricorn, you must steer clear of overindulgent individuals. Avoid any gossip and be careful that you aren't misinterpreted. Use your charm, but don't sign or agree to anything. All right, be charming. Be charming. Get all the information you need, but don't sign anything. Don't agree to anything. Don't say yes. Just be charming. And avoid gossip. Just avoid gossip. Just steer clear of anybody who's bringing gossip, anybody who's been overindulgent. Just steer clear of them. Use your charm right now to gather information for something that you're trying to accomplish. Aquarius, you may be somewhat emotional concerning a rather private matter. To avoid any minor health problems, don't be too stressed out. Yeah. Try to be understanding. Listen, stress is a killer, y'all. Just in case you didn't know that, stress is a for real life killer. It makes you sick. It makes you gain weight. It does a lot. It does a lot. So to avoid having minor health problems today, Aquarius, try not to get stressed out. Just do your best. If you need to take a second to just go and woosah, then do that. Because your health is at stake here. Okay? All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you could be misinterpreted if you're not careful. Changes in your domestic situation will prove to be favorable in the long run. Avoid lovers who already have a friendship, even if it's a bad one. All right, fish, listen. If they're in a situation, avoid them. I'm trying to save you some heartache and some bad luck. If they're already... Oh, God. If they're already in a situation, tell them, listen, holler at me when you get out your situation. I ain't trying to talk to you right now, right? Because you don't want to get pulled into a 3-way or 4-way or whatever, how many people is that's involved. You don't want to be a part of that. If you're trying to build something with somebody, you want it to be a one-on-one kind of thing. If they're already in a relationship of any type, tell them, let me know when you get out. Maybe I'll be available by then. But if they're already in something, you want to avoid that because that's like bad karma and bad luck. I'm just trying to help you out. Yep. Just trying to listen. I'm just trying to help you out. Yep. All right. So all the horoscopes I got for you. And I feel like I'm just drained right now. I don't know why. I think I slept pretty good. But anyway, so all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. Now let's get on with some news that you could use. So somebody, this is the sickness of people, right? This is breaking news this morning. Somebody fired a gun at a school bus over in Swanee. So this is breaking news, so I had to talk about this first. The Gwinnett County Police said a person shot at a local school bus while it was driving through the Swanee area neighborhood this morning to pick the kids up. They didn't say whether or not there were kids on the bus, but no one was injured. But why? Why would you do that? So people go outside to put their kids on the bus, think their kids is going to get to school safely, and some idiot drives by and shoot at the bus. Why? I just don't understand. And so it's legal just to walk around and carry a gun without a license. And this is kind of nonsense. People, oh my God, it's just sickening. Anyway, police said the incident is being investigated as an aggravated assault. They need to lock them up. I don't care who it was. They don't need aggravated, so it should be a felony. Is aggravated assault a felony? I don't even know. But it should be. Why would you ride by and shoot at a school bus? Why would you ride by and shoot at anybody? Oh my God, just sickening. Anyway, they interviewed the bus driver at Riverside Elementary School located on Settles Bridge Road in Swanee area where the bus was headed. Police have not confirmed the exact location of the incident, but it happened near Johnson Road and Highland Gate Drive. That is near Settles Bridge Park, which is located on Johnson Road about a mile off the Swanee Dam Road. So thank God nobody was hurt. I think it's sickening that someone would ride by and shoot at a school bus. I hope they find them and lock them up and don't give them any time off, because that's sickening. It's just sickening. And I can't wait to see, when they do get them. It's just sad. Just why would you do that? Anyway, let's keep on with some news. President Biden announced a partnership with internet providers to lower the cost of internet for low-income households. I think that's pretty good. He announced today, he will announce today that 20 of the nation's internet providers have committed to lowering costs for low-income households, a step the administration says will increase access to high-speed internet for 48 million households. Let me just say this, right? I pay a lot for my internet because I use my internet a lot. So the fact that it's so expensive for low-income households and they're going to be able to pay about $30 a month, that's going to be great. But you got to be eligible. I'm sure we're not eligible, and I need the fastest internet they have. Not everybody need internet as fast as mine, because I do a lot of production on my with my internet, so I need fast internet. So I have Xfinity, but let me tell you, I pay a pretty penny. So yeah, I would love to pay $30 a month versus the $199.12 that I pay. I think it just went up to like $204 for some reason. I don't even know what the reason is. I need to go look at it, but there are going to be large providers like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon serving dozens of states, to smaller providers serving rural states like Jackson Energy Authority in Tennessee, and some organizations in North Carolina. And this is good, y'all, because I feel like, you know, they chose to live in where they live, and they like it. They should have access to the internet as well. So anyway, to qualify for the Affordable Connectivity Program, that's what it's called, a member of a given household must meet certain low-income thresholds or participate in any of the nation's assistance programs, including SNAP Nutritional Assistance Program, Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, which is SNAP, Medicaid, free and reduced lunch, or breakfast. They must, or if they get the Pell Grant or any other. So these are some of the requirements that will qualify you to get low-income internet. Wow, I might be eligible for that. I didn't know. Anyway, I gotta check that out. An estimated 11.5 million households have signed up to participate in the ACP to date. So they got 48 million who need it. 11.5 million have signed up, and it's open to everybody who qualifies. So I think that's a good way to start off, helping rural areas, especially rural areas, because it's kind of rough. Like, I could be driving down certain parts of 316 and lose signal to my phone. Like, people are talking, I get them talking, they can't hear me. So I can't imagine what it's like to live out in a super rural area where there is no internet at all. I just can't. I don't even know how I would be able to make it out there. So I think that's a good thing. I know some people are gonna think it's not, but I think it is. All right. Georgia Power on Friday announced the issuance of a corporate bond designed to help the utility boost clean energy and its support for minority and women-owned vendors. The Atlanta-based power company said it has issued $800 million in Equality Progress Sustainability Bonds, a corporate financing program to promote sustainability efforts that also required the utility to spend at least half of that amount with disadvantaged businesses. The bonds were part of a larger $1.5 billion debt issuance that Georgia Power will use for a variety of purposes, including efforts to expand and maintain its power grid. Georgia Power serves 2.7 million customers across the state. All right, so that's gonna be some money there for minority-owned business and women-owned businesses. So to read more about that whole story and like what does that mean for you, if you are minority-owned or women-owned business, you can go to AJC.com. It says they said the utility has a broad portfolio of minority and women-owned suppliers, and such businesses make up about 20% to 25% of annual vendor spending. So they're trying to expand it to 30%. So go check out AJC.com. You'll see it there. You can find out more about what that looks like for you if you are a minority-owned or women-owned business who qualify for something like that. All right, I'm going to go to another song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. holding closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can we two find a way to align with each other? Let's move closer to a new history. Find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. This is a very inspiring story. This young lady, she was a Berkmar graduate, and she had this autoimmune disease that was just crushing. It just I can't even imagine. So anytime she would sweat, she would have this excruciating pain, and she would have asthma attacks. Her name is Ruby Hernandez. And she was diagnosed when she was 8 years old with this incurable autoimmune disease. And so through most of her young life, and she was, she just was in a lot of pain. So she was afraid to sweat. She had to alter the way she lived because she would have these really painful outbreaks. And what made it even worse, anytime she had any weight gain, it made it even worse for her. So she struggled with trying to stay healthy throughout her entire life. But here's the thing. Here's why this story is so inspiring. There were times when she said she wanted to just give up on life, because it was like, I can't live my life the way I wanted to live. And then she had an epiphany moment when she read a report that says, what was the likelihood of you being here? And it was like one in some kind of millions of numbers. And she realized that, she's here for a reason, because she made it out of one in over 1 million people to get here. So think about that for a second. When you're saying, why am I here? Well, you were able to get here despite being 1 in 1 million. And that's kind of like a cliche, right? 1 in 1 million, like you're 1 in 1 million, you're 1 in millions. So she suffered her entire life with this disease that made her, contemplate suicide and giving up on life. But once she discovered, I'm here for a reason, she decided to push forward. And she pushed forward, and education was one of the things that got her through. She graduated from GGC with a 4.0 GPA. She earned a bachelor's degree in information technologies. Now she's going to be with a concentration in software development. Now let me say this, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about technology. God put her in that position for her to do just that thing right there. All the pain she had to go through was for her to become an information technology graduate and a software development. I'm expecting to see amazing things when I see the name Ruby Hernandez from Gwinnett County, who graduated from Berkmar, in the years to come, because we need software developers. We're going to need people who understand how to develop the software that's going to take us into the next century for where we're going. And so I'm so I don't know her, but I'm just proud of her, because most people would have given up. She's doing much, much better. She's living a much better life. She lost 140 pounds. She graduated. Now she's an IT professional. She found the Strong for Life clinic. And they gave her a regime to help her with exercising and swimming, because they knew that when she sweat, it made her break out. So she got healthy, and she's lost weight, and she's going to do a lot of amazing things, and she has an amazing story. So if you want to read more about her story, go to Gwinnett Daily, post her stories there. I just felt like somebody need to hear this story today. That's why this is my lead story, because somebody right now is struggling with something and they're trying to figure out, why am I here? Why am I here? And so for Ruby, when she discovered that, you know what, I made it out of over a million sperms, I made it, because that's what she was going up against. So she's here for a reason, and my heart believes she's here because they're going to need her to develop some kind of software that we're going to need in the near future. So I'm looking forward to seeing her name when it comes to technology. And not only that, she's a woman in tech, but she's also a Hispanic woman in tech. So for some reason, she needs to either inspire another group of young women, or she has to create some kind of software or be a part of some kind of software that's going to be developed. But to read the entire story, check out her story at Gwinnett Daily Post, and you're going to find it inspiring, I'm sure, because it inspired me. I was like, yeah, this is my lead story. I felt like it was a good lead story. So Peachtree Corners is going to hold a forum town hall. So, you know, forum over there with the, what was that, Barnes and Noble. I don't know if it's still there or not, but I used to go over there to meetings over at the forum over in Peachtree Corners. Residents in Peachtree Corners are anxiously awaiting news of what North American Property is planning after their recent acquisition of the Forum Center, the shopping center. The first glimpse will be available when United Peachtree Corners Civic Association hosts a town hall Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. on May 18th. So if you live in Peachtree Corners and you want to know what's going to happen to the forum, this is your opportunity to get the first peek at what that looks like. So on the 18th, between 7 and 9, they're going to have an event, a forum, so you can come out and see what it's going to look like. It's going to be held at Christ the King Lutheran Church, 5575 Peachtree Parkway. So put that on your calendar. May 18th from 7 to 9. You're going to get a glimpse of what the forum is going to look like. You know what shop Barnes and Noble is over there. I think there's a Jason's Deli over there. That's the forum over there. I tried to film over there one time. I was filming a series, a TV series, and I wanted to film at the forum, and we were outside, and they were so nasty. Like the management, they're like, you can't film here. Like they were almost gonna call the police on us. I'm like, really? Like we couldn't film there, even though we were like in front of Barnes and Noble at a table. It was like a table. And they did not want us to film there. Like, I think they did call security. That's how we knew we weren't supposed to film. And we didn't have like a whole film crew. We just had a camera set up. And yeah, they were really not nice. Anyway, now it's under new management. They got some new plans. And if you want to know what those new plans are, May 18th, put that on your calendar now, because that's next week. Put that on your calendar so you'll know. Is that next week or week after next? Anyway, put May 18th on your calendar, 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be at Christ the Lutheran Church, located at 5575 Peachtree Parkway. You'll get a chance to get a glimpse of what it's going to look like moving forward. So don't wait till they start building, then you want to have something to say. It doesn't work like that. I'm just saying, because that's what normally happens. People, they take a look, and then it's like, oh, I didn't know. You know, no, you had a minute. You had a minute to actually take a look at that before and voice your opinions then. Okay? All right, listen, I don't have a lot today but I do want to tell you about the plans moving forward for the show. I'm excited about the new direction that I'm going to take the show in. So I want to just give you a brief on what to look forward to in the coming weeks for what Good Morning Gwinnett is going to look like. So I've been producing Good Morning Gwinnett right now since 2018, almost 4 years. December this year will be 4 years, and I've been going back and forth with what I want the show to be, and I just thought about, I felt like I need a new direction, a new fresh direction, and I went to Small Business Development Center and I met with my counselor. You know what's crazy about that is I was a counselor at one point for the Small Business Development Center, so that's why I was able to go back and say, hey, look, I need help. I need a new vision for what I'm trying to do. And I met with my small business counselor last week, and it was a really good meeting. I felt so inspired coming out of there, because I had been struggling with what I want Good Morning Gwinnett to actually look like and be. And so after about 2 hours, I think it might have been longer than that, because I think my meeting was it was like maybe more like 2.5 hours. And he was so patient, and he was really good though. And so I'm going to be taking the show into a new direction. So the way it's going to be broken down is, normally I do Talk Business Tuesday. It's going to be I started out doing Talk Business, then I went to Talk Tech, because I had Chris coming on every Tuesday to talk tech, and then he started having some problems when he couldn't show up, and so I kind of scrapped that part and made it Talk Business Tuesday. But I'm not gonna throw that segment away. I'm just gonna move it to Thursday. So Tuesday will be Talk Tech Tuesday. Now I talk about tech all the time, so it's not a problem for me to talk tech. So we're gonna focus on Tuesday. It's gonna be Talk Tech Tuesday. Wednesday is gonna be Wise Investing Wednesday, and Thursday is gonna be Talk Business Thursday. Mondays is going to be kind of like a recap from the weekend and what's happening for the week moving forward. Every day I'm going to give you your horoscope. So before I start talking tech, talking business, talking money, we're going to be talking horoscopes. So it's going to be it's going to be the national holidays, the horoscopes, and then we're going to talk business, we're going to talk money, and we're going to talk tech. These are the things we're going to talk. Still going to be Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. So that's going to be the new format. I'm excited about that because it's going to not only be live video audio, it's going to be live video as well. So that's why I'm excited about the new format. And it's so funny because I woke up this morning and I had the journal, of course, and I put in my journal, I'm excited about the future, because I am. I have some other ideas that I'm going to be launching shortly. They take a lot more financial investments because it is in the tech space. But in the meantime, that's the new plan for Good Morning Gwinnett. So we're going to be talking, and I may talk about Gwinnett news on Mondays just to give you something that happens from, around Gwinnett County. But on Tuesday, the segment is going to be geared totally towards tech after I do the horoscopes. On Wednesday, completely towards money after I do the horoscopes. On Thursday, it's going to be the spotlight or business after I do the horoscope. So that's the new format for the show. Same time, same days. That has not changed. Just what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm excited about that. So as I move Good Morning Gwinnett into the next phase, because I think right now I may be up to about 800 and something episodes, which is a lot of content. But moving forward, I have to... I needed a fresh outlook, and so meeting with my SBDC, and SBDC, for those of you who don't know, stands for Small Business Development Center. When I was in Jersey, I was a small business development consultant for Rutgers University, so I've been on the other side of the table where there's an entrepreneur who just needs a clear view of where they need to go. And trust me, my counsel said something very simple. And I was like, it was like so, and he heard the enthusiasm in my voice, but I couldn't see it because sometimes you're too close to something. So you can't see the full picture. And if you're too close to people, even though they want to help you, they don't see it because they're too close to you. They know you. So instead of them kind of giving you a clear idea of where they think you should go, they kind of give you a clear idea of where they think you want to go based on you. And so for him, he doesn't know me personally. So he gave me a clear idea of what he saw. And it was so funny because he said to me, I feel like you're going to be the Oprah of Gwinnett County. And I started laughing. I was like, well, I mean, that's not the goal. If it happens, it happens. But my goal is to build a show, to build a company that's going to be generational, that's going to outlive me. That's my goal. And people will ask me all the time, Audrey, if you didn't have to worry about like money, because I have a lot of clients, and if I didn't have a lot of clients to take care of, what would I do for all the time? I was like, I would just do Good Morning Gwinnett. Like my whole business model would be wrapped around Good Morning Gwinnett. But because I have Noise Media Network, which is the parent company for all my podcasts and the TV, I have other clients too. So I have to serve my clients and serve my show. And so, but I always said that if I just could focus on one thing, it would just be Good Morning Gwinnett. It would just be that. And so I do have clients that I love and appreciate because they believe in me. But if it was the one thing I had to pick, it would definitely be my show, because I feel like I could serve more people in a more authentic way because I love doing this show so much. So I'm just pivoting right now, changing some things around. And so I'm excited about that. So just look forward in the coming weeks, probably starting next week. I know I'm going to have Wise Investing Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So be sure to tune in, we're going to talk money. My guest is Carolyn Shoemate. She is a financial advisor for the last 26 years. And we're going to be talking about, investing. So be sure to tune in, investing in money management, all the great things that surrounds that. So be sure to tune in on Wednesday for that. I probably will be talking tech tomorrow, for sure. So just be sure to tune in tomorrow. But yeah, that's the plan, y'all. That's the plan. I'll come and I'm gonna talk about at the end of the show on Thursday. I will talk about what's happening over the weekend, or I might do a special weekend segment on Friday, just because I can. What's happening around Gwinnett County for the weekend. I found that I did that last week, and it was like my numbers were off the charts. I'm like, wait a minute. So that was pretty interesting to see. Like, I look at my numbers to see like what's happening, and so that was pretty interesting. Like, wow, it was up. My numbers was up 256%. I was like, whoa. So that was interesting. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna go to my last song. Then I'm gonna come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back after this song.
Not sure I understand it, but everything seems brighter now than before. I don't know why I feel this way, but every time I hear your name, all my worries disappear. Yeah, it's all because of you. I feel the way I do. It's all because of you, because of you, because of you. And I don't fall in love so easily, 'cause I don't wear my heart up on my sleeve. Yeah. I don't know if you feel the same, but every time I hear your name, my worries disappear. It's all because of you, yeah. I feel the way I do. You make my dreams come true. Yes, you do. It's all because of you, because of you, because of you. Oh.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for the day. And here goes. It says, your intention sets the universe in motion. Pretty darn simple. I'm going to say it again. Your intention sets the universe in motion. You know, it's so funny. When I first thought about doing Good Morning Gwinnett, my intention was to become a community leader in my own way. So I've told this story before, but my original plan was to go into politics. I joined a political organization. I went to some meetings for about 2 years, and I just realized I don't think I was cut out for it just yet. Now, am I cut out for it at all? Maybe at some point in the future, but at that time, I just realized I'm not, because I was still pretty rough, and I'm still a little bit rough around the edges, to the point where I just don't like to waste my time. I don't like nonsense. I don't like cattiness. I don't like pettiness. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. And so because I feel like it's a waste of time. And so I was like, okay, this is not my path right now. So let me go back to something that I actually love. The problem with me loving that was that I couldn't see how to financially make it work for me. So I struggled with podcasting for so many years because I could not financially see how to make it work. And then I saw people making millions of dollars, right? I'm like, wait a minute, they're doing the thing that I love and they're making millions. So it does work. I just have to figure out my plan. And so for the last 3.5 years, I had to figure out what the show looked like. So I'm very comfortable with my format. I'm very comfortable with everything I do when it comes to producing a show. And I didn't focus so much on monetizing the show because I know I needed to get the format set. And so now that I had the format set, I was like, okay, I know I love Gwinnett County, so I talk about Gwinnett County, but I feel like I could do something better with the show. I feel like it could be more, right? And so that's when I said, you know what? I want it to be a show that encompasses things that's going to really empower and impact my community. We already have a news show. We got Gwinnett Daily Post. They do a podcast about Gwinnett County, you know. And we have Gwinnett Magazine. They talk about Gwinnett County. I wanted to do something different. And so I was like, what does that look like? So when I went to SVDC, I told him what he asked me. He said, what do you love? I was like, I love entrepreneurship and I love tech. He's like, that's what the show should be about. I was like, I know, but it says Good Morning Gwinnett on it. Like, that was the part that was throwing me off. He's like, well, it could, and here's the thing, y'all. I know the show can be whatever I want it to be. I was just struggling with the name. Then I thought about, well, Good Morning America is Good Morning America, but it talks about anything they want to talk about in the show. America, outside of America, because they're talking to America. And I'm like, oh, but the show is syndicated globally, just like my show. I'm like, oh, so the name Good Morning America does not mean that it can't be seen and you can't get something over in Turkey from the show because it's Good Morning America. And I had to wrap my head around that simple little tweak. It was that simple, right? And when my counselor helped me to see that this, Audrey, it's a name, right? It does not have to define what the show is, but me personally had put the show in this box that I was having a hard time trying to make sense of. So I set my intentions. Listen to this, y'all. I set my intentions to make this show what I needed it to be. Because I set the intention, the universe went into motion to put me with the person that was going to help me make the show what I wanted to be. My counselor said to me, he was excited like me, right? He said, let's set our next meeting because I want to help you take this show where you want it to be. I've been saying to myself, I need a mentor, right? I don't know who the right mentor is because most of them don't understand my industries. I'm in streaming media, which is internet TV and podcasting. They think it's just this thing and it's not. So how are they going to help me? I feel like the universe put me with the perfect mentor. I was like, oh my God. And so I said all that to say, set the intention for what it is you want. What is it that you want? And be clear about your intentions. I know I can visualize saying Good Morning Gwinnett on the side of a building. I've been saying that since I launched this show. I know that I have an amazing team working with me to grow this. And we have a lot of fun producing content for the show and interviewing great people. I know this. I see it, right? Now the universe knows it. And now the universe knows that I believe in it. Because I know it, but my belief was a little weak, right? And so my intention was weak. My intention is very strong right now. Like really to the point where I told my daughter, I said, this has been the most peaceful week I've had in a very long time. Because my intention is clear. I'm not afraid of not being able to financially make it because I'm afraid the show won't make money. I'm not afraid of any of that. Any of that. So I'm excited about the future of Good Morning Gwinnett. And I want to thank you all for always listening. And I challenge you. Set your intentions so the universe can start moving in motion for you on your behalf. It has already started for me. Now set yours. Set your intention. All right? All right. So all I got for you today, you could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Listen, if you missed any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett, on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett, the number 1. If you listen to this show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars, like, love, and subscribe to the show. And be sure to support the show by going to goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can support it any way you find that you love to do on that show. There's a journal there. There's a book there. There's an upcoming book there. Some t-shirts, some books, some socks. Hey, just figure out a way to support the show, and I appreciate you for that. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, my friends, y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.